Let us try to understand user stories. So you can download a copy or a template of a user story from pmri.in. Click on resources. And here you click on user story template. So that will show you, you can download the template from here. And let me expand it. So this is the typical user story template. You have a section for user story name, a space for story number, and a story point. So for every story, we give a story point after estimating the story. Then we have a description of the feature to be developed. So the explanation: as a user, I want to log into the system. As a user, I want to enter my user ID and password, and if there is it's a wrong password, the system should not allow me to enter into the system. As a user, I should be able to recover my password. So those kind of descriptions comes here. And during the planning meeting and during the real development phase of the story, people may ask a lot of questions, and the answer to those also might be given verbally. So all those things are captured as conversations in the story. The reason for this is the person who asked that question may not be the person who's really doing the work. So whatever discussions that is happening or that has happened around the scope of the user story, that gets captured here as conversations. And the last thing is the acceptance criteria for that part of the scope. So when will we say that the work is completed? So we can define the acceptance criteria also. So with this much information, I'm sure that one will be able to estimate a user story properly, because this is sufficient information provided. So we start with this one-liner in the product backlog, and those gets expanded into user stories before we get into the sprint planning or iteration planning meetings. So there is a story name, story number, story point, the description, the conversations, and the acceptance criteria. So these are the key elements of the story. There are software tools which most of the agile tools allows you to capture the stories. Some people use it in the same format. People may capture it using Excel sheet as well. So that is immaterial. The information that must be captured in the user story are the story name, and there should be a story number that will help us to track to which sprint or iteration the story is scheduled and stuff like that. That is a good reference number. And then the story point, which is the estimate for the story, the description, the conversations, and the acceptance criteria. I trust you are pretty clear with the components of a user story. You can download it from the pmri.in. pmri.in. You go to pmri.in and then go to resources. You can download this from there. Thank you very much.